And here we are now in the top of the third inning. Up next for Rocky Mount will be Smith, Edwards, and back to the top of the order with Bell. So that is the DH Logan Smith leading off. Northern Nash so far has left 5 runners on base this game, have no runs to show for it. Rocky Mount through 2 innings has left 1 man on base. So Derek Carter returns to the mound here. 4 strikeouts in 2 innings. He greets Logan Smith with a strike, and it just falls foul just past the first base line. So it's an 0-1 to Logan Smith, another senior on this team, 6'0", 220 pounds. Count 8 seniors on this Rocky Mount roster. 5 juniors, couple sophomores and freshmen. Here's the 0-1 and the dirt from Carter. The count is even at 1 apiece. Rocky Mount had a man at third base last inning, could not bring him in. Northern in the bottom of the inning had bases loaded, 1 out, and have no runs to show for it. That pitch misses just outside for ball 2. Carter winds and delivers a 2-1, misses again in the dirt, and that's ball 3. Northern Nash, you have to imagine, was favored in this game, although it is a rivalry game. But you got to imagine it's one of those times where if you're the favored team and you let the underdog kind of hang around, it's a recipe for getting upset. And that's a 5-pitch walk to Logan Smith to start the top of the third inning. Northern Nash again leads the Big East at 6-2. Rocky Mount comes in a tie for 4th place at 4-4. Top 3 spots in the Big East automatically go to the state playoffs. Of course, by winning the Big East tournament, you can actually win your way in. And of course, there's also wild card spots available as Will Edwards squares around but pulls back on ball 1. So Rocky Mount, even if they don't finish in the top 3, have a way of getting to the state playoffs. But a top 3 finish would assure it. Of course, Hunt and Fike both at 5-3, tied for 2nd place. Carter checks over at Smith at first base. Here's the 1-0 to Edwards. Squares around, bunts it right back to Carter. Carter looking for 2. He gets 1 over to first. Not in time as the ball squirts away from Vester. Throw from Haggerty just a little bit low, but they do get the lead runner. So it will be a fielder's choice. It's no error. You do not assume the double play. Carter made a good throw over to second base. Haggerty's throw to first was just a little low. A more inline throw might have actually completed the double play. But either way, there is 1 out after the failed sack attempt, and that will bring us back to the top of the Griffons lineup with Forrest Bell. Bell was a strikeout victim his first time up. First pitch misses upstairs for ball 1. Edwards remains on first after the fielder's choice. He's there with 1 out now. Carter comes to the plate, swing and a miss by Bell, and that's strike 1. Both pitchers so far doing a good job of escaping damage. Carter stranded a runner on third in the 2nd inning, and Smith has left 5 runners on base. Check over first base. Edwards there and back in plenty of time. Of course, with a lefty, generally your first step from first base always back. Carter toes the rubber again, comes into the set. Looks back over to first base again. Edwards back in there in plenty of time. Getting a bit cool here at Northern Nash. Temperatures will be in the mid-60s as we have entered the beginning of May. Here's the 1-1 from Carter. Fouled back off the light post, and it's strike two. Big rivalry match, of course. Rocky Mount not just trying to play their way back into a playoff spot, but also you know they love to beat Northern Nash here tonight. Here's the 1-2 to Bell. Bell takes strike three. Carter's fifth strikeout of the night, and that'll bring up Andy Morris now with a man on first and 2 outs. Morris was also a strikeout victim his first time up tonight. Carter trying to strand a base runner for the second straight inning. Edwards with a medium lead off first base has to scamper back and does so in time. Edwards so far has shown no signs of taking off from first base. We'll see if with 2 outs, Kent Cox wants to put him in motion sometime in this at-bat. There's the 0 to Morris. Morris swings and misses. Strike one. Looks like a field soccer match has sprung up behind us here. America's sport of the future since 1972. Carter with the 0-1. Taken as Edwards takes off for second, and nobody was really there covering in time. But we're going to get an interference call. The home plate umpire is going to say Morris interfered with the throw down to second base, and they're going to call Edwards out. So the top of the third ends in the most mysterious of mysterious Jogo ways. Ken Cox disagrees, but we'll head to the bottom of the third. Still 0-0 here on the All New Sports Show presented by Roger G. Taylor and Associates.